Hello and welcome to another Battle for Hyrule 2 tournament match. This one is a swordless semifinal between CaptainGreen7 and cron119. Should be a really good matchup. Really strong swordless runners. Joining me, I'm John Tabin. Joining me on comms is swordless Twitch Flip. How you doing, Flip?
I am doing great. Yeah. We better say flip for the remainder of the show. We don't want any confusion.
Yeah,
This is
we'll
great,
be.
man. These two guys are super fast. They had some of the best qualifying times. Obviously, they're in the semis,
Yeah.
and they are a joy to watch.
Yeah. Uh, uh, Captain Green, I think his PV is like a high 36. I'm not positive about that. He has a 39 on the leaderboard, but I know it's obsolete. Um, and Kron has a low 36 on Famicom, a 3601. The Japanese text saves about 19 seconds on this route, and he is running NES for the tournament just like everyone else. So his PV is like the equivalent of like a 3620, which if you don't know anything about this category is a really, really impressive time. Um, now,
I'm very
in
jealous
a,
of it. I can tell you that.
yeah. Now, in a race, even at this level, it's pretty tough to sub 40, but you might see it with these guys. You see both of them clipping into the HUD just to saves a little bit of walking by letting you screen scroll these screens with that are filled with bushes. Also looks really cool.
It looks very cool. I do not attempt it.
Yeah.
It's so far my PB does not rest on me landing that. But these guys are going to do a lot of the fastest world record moves. They're all part of the
Yeah.
route that are really just about the fastest way to get this thing.
Yeah. Um,
Captain Green had just a little bit fairer clips as we were talking about, so he's gotten just a tiny bit ahead of Kron so far. But this run is filled with traps and problems, and they'll be making it up as they go along occasionally to just get by. So it's what makes this
yeah.
this particular category exciting, I think.
Yeah. And so we can't obviously do anything in dungeons before we have some weaponry, so that's why we went up to the northeast to get money first, and now we're doing some shopping. Gonna get our candles. We'll get the more money out of the deadwoods, and then we'll possibly farm a bomb, possibly buy it, and then buy our arrows and meat as well. And then we'll go to level 1. So
This is the resource gathering portion of the run.
yeah, in most categories, you're kind of gathering resources in the early game and through the mid game. In this, you kind of have to do it right away uh, because you don't have anything without the resources. Captain Green gets
Captain
his
Green, yeah, got it.
he he gets the Moblin bomb. Moblins don't cooperate with Kron's flame, but
He gets another
oh,
try, and then he gets a red one instead.
yeah, he hits the wrong Moblin. The orange Moblins are not in the bomb dropping group, but didn't drop anything for him regardless. So he will have to buy bombs, which gives Captain Green a few seconds head start here. This is uh, this is the vanilla game, so we will not be killing Ganon. The run ends when we get to Ganon.
Let's see here. I don't know, maybe maybe 25 seconds apart right now. And that's really probably going to stay about the same. There's not a whole lot to slow anybody down between here and level 3, really. Level 1's going to
Yeah,
go by at a pretty good clip. They seem underpowered, but don't you worry. They're gonna just ease right on through level 1 as if they already had the magical sword. First, we get the
yeah,
pirouette. One of my favorite things to say on Earth. It's a pirouette. He goes in, he goes out to unlock the door without a key. Little game trickery there.
yeah. And we go over there to get this key, so we can skip a key that would take some bombs we don't want to spend to get. And then, yeah, Captain Green with the lead into 1, mostly on the strength of his overworld movement. And hello, Tetralee in chat. This key was actually her idea to add to the route when Rue Slugs was rerouting this category. She pointed out that this Guria key in the room that Captain Green's in right now, that's a key we get in most categories, but you'd have to spend bombs to get it now, and better to just do the room transitions, because as you might imagine, bombs are pretty important in this category. Captain Green first to the bow. It's his repeatable offense.
Gonna start building this count. Now you'll see these guys paying very close attention to their count. They're wanting that bomb drop every 10th enemy. They're going to capitalize on it just about every time they can. And you'll see Captain Green there. He's incrementing his count up. He got a bomb on the keys there, and he's hoping to be able to just get a free one off of this guy here, and he does so.
Yeah. So.
Oh, and then he gets the lucky one.
Yeah. If you kill 10 enemies in a row and kill the 10th one with a bomb without getting hit, you will get a force bomb, and there's some caveats and edge cases to that, but that's the basic idea. So you'll see them doing that a lot. There are also random bombs that are available from certain enemies. And in the case like on Captain Green's where you see 2 in a row, you know at least one of them was the force. One of them has to be the force, because there's always at least one other monster between the random. So Cron closed the gap a little bit in one. He's finishing up as Captain Green saves and resets. Wonder why he saves.
Yes.
I guess just in case something goes wrong, he has 5 bombs before level 3.
Huh.
Not a bad race strat.
Yeah, no. Depending on how far you get into 3, yeah. If you die in the room before the raft, like that would be real handy.
Yeah.
Cron getting his clips across. He's going to be entering level 3. Captain Green, meanwhile, is already in the fake reverse C room for the shoot.
Cron joining us from the future. It is Sunday morning for him in Japan. He is.
That's how fast he runs.
Yeah. He has been doing almost exclusively Swordless for the past year, and he's gotten really good at it, as you can see. Great to see the Japanese community growing over the past 5 years. It went kind of dormant for a while until Yuriak came along, and they've got a bunch of regulars now, and Cron is kind of their Swordless guy, as every Z1 community seems to have a few of.
He was just a tiny bit methodical in the Dark Nut room there, but he made sure he got his. Now they're trolling him just a little bit. He's trying to get his count correct so he could get a bomb drop, and now he's in a little bit of bomb trouble. He's gonna try one more time. Is he gonna? Oh, he clears it with the bomb. Good thing, because
yeah, that was not what he wanted. He wanted to.
No, he was trying to get his count up to 8, and instead he leaves here with 4.
Yeah.
4 bombs is not. It's not the end of the run, certainly, but as you'll see right now with Captain Green, manhandling can be mean.
Yep. Alright, and Captain Green can switch to arrows. It takes 2 arrows to kill the leaf, and he'd rather spend some arrows than run out of bombs. So, meanwhile,
that's the wise move.
Meanwhile, Cron forces a bomb on the Zol after the up A to take care of his bomb shortage, and he's heading into manhandle himself. Captain Green gonna up A. He will. Oh, that's interesting. I think if you're not getting that 30, I'm not sure it's worth up Aing there, but.
Oh, manhandler. Also mean to Cron, and Cron's he's kind of in a tight spot.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got room now. Okay.
Yeah,
he got a little bit cornered there but his health held up and he's made it through. I'm telling you, this manhandle fight is the end of so many runs. If you run this game, you already know that.
Yeah, so Kron has a little bit of a pickle here, because I know normally he up A's now, as you see him doing, and he'll get this 30 secret, but he only has one bomb, so I don't know if... Yeah, he's not going to get it right now.
Skip that. He's got an opportunity to bomb for the one up next to Heart Rock later.
Yeah. He, oh, that's a good point. Yeah, that's not too far away.
Yeah, it's the
so
screen out.
You saw Kron take an intentional hit from that Octorok to start a new count, because he absolutely has to force on the 10th enemy here to continue. Well, I guess they're bad alternatives, but yeah, Captain Green got a force plus some luck, so he's going into the breakfast room pretty well armed.
Oh, nice. Get some really good hits with the bombs. That doesn't even have to change. Very nice.
Kron does get his force on the Zols. Captain Green's gonna save and head to run a few overworld errands and then go over to level 5. Captain Green been running this game for at least 5 years now, and you can see his movement's great. Look, the scrolls are so fast and crisp. He's a very strong randomizer runner, does a lot of vanilla challenge categories. Grabbing a potion, which is standard on this route. Get to pass the potion here, and there are a couple of dicey spots later where they may want that. And then he's going to get this 100 secret, which will pay for the bomb upgrade in level 5.
Alright, Kron's done with the breakfast room now, so he'll get to leave here. A little slower in there than he wanted, but he's safely out of there. There's plenty of run left, I can assure you. Captain Green already heading into 5. Be there well ahead of 12 minutes. Decides to up A, get that last little bit of health back. It'll be handy. He's going to need to get bombs here. Oh, he does it.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, Captain Green's gonna need to
Maybe
go back
he must
and grab
have,
those.
I don't know. Maybe he didn't realize, or.
Oh, that's interesting. Kron is grabbing this this 10 secret. I've never seen anyone route that in, but it only costs time because it's a candle secret. So I can see the appeal.
Yeah, not out of the way either.
No.
Compared to the one I was talking about earlier about Heart Rock. So yeah, you can make it on that rupee count. You know, you just got to get the Gibdos down.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you're low coming out of 5, you can whistle to 1 and get the other 30. But with that, maybe that 10's enough that he won't need to do that. We'll see. All right, so Captain Green, he threw the boomerang in the old man's face. That increments the counter every frame of the boomerang crosses the old man, which happens to be 7 frames when you are right up against him like that. So that gave him a quick 7 count plus what he got from the keys, and he gets his bomb force.
Ugh, and his fair share of trolling from these guys.
Yeah.
Alright, he's patient. At least they haven't turned their backs on him, and he's out of there with 7 bombs. That's very fine. Kron's going to do the exact same thing. Old man gets the boomerang. Here, sir, enjoy this banana. Captain Green, man, he's rolling right now.
Yeah.
Okay, Cron gets a really good pattern on the first bomb,
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah, he got some good damage on that first bomb.
Oh, then not so great there.
Yeah.
Still gets his count.
All right.
Those Paul strats were epic, man. It looked like slow-mo.
Yeah. If anyone's wondering if there's something wrong with the stream, there's not. Well, sometimes they hit select to pause to figure out what's going down. People compare it to like bullet time dodging in the Matrix. It can be pretty fun to watch.
Captain Green decides to grab a little money. His money's fine though. I mean, he's not going to need any more money.
Once
Once you're done shooting arrows at the lights in 6, you're done.
Yeah, Cron gets a bomb from the Givdo, so he's okay there. He probably wants at least 6 more rupees before he goes into 7. So yeah, he's gonna. I would have arrowed those other 2, but he's probably setting up a count.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing, but he knows better that his time's a lot faster than mine, so I'll be quiet about that.
Yeah. I mean, he's probably setting up a count on the Pole's voice, so they might drop him some money too. But yeah, I would have held those last 2 souls to take the static fiber.
Yeah, because he's at 7. Of course, he can't. I forgot too. There's another bush he can burn on the way to 6.
Yeah, if he, yeah, that's what
10.
I do, and that's what I do is.
Yeah, that clip just north of the Lost Woods. Yeah, there's a little 10 secret right there.
Well, you can also just whistle to 1 and grab the 30 secret northeast to 1 on the way to 6.
Yeah, but 17 is enough to get him through 6 and leave him 1 rupee to beat Goma.
Well, he has 7 though.
Well, I'm saying if he gets the 10 though on the way.
Oh, he gets the 10. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. Then he gets the ride while he's in 6, and I think he could make it that way. But again, it's very easy for us to think about this sitting here watching, and not having to actually play the game as we're doing it.
Yeah, it looks like he's whistling to 1.
It does look like, yeah. Captain Green, meanwhile, walking into 6. Yeah, he decided he'd just rather have the extra arrows. And fair on. Oh, Captain Green gets a great bomb drop.
So 6 is the main event here. We have a lot of whiz robes. Whiz robes can only be hurt by bombs if you don't have a sword, and prize is the wand, which is pretty crucial. You notice we didn't finish level 4 before because Gleeok requires a wand or sword to defeat, so you have to double dip 4, or double dip 6, but 4 smaller, because you need a ladder to finish 6.
Captain Green juked everybody in the belfry. He's got his count perfect. He's going for the easy drop first. He's going to leave it sitting there while he throws a few bombs out. Almost gets the 3 drop on both the Wizards. He has to drop a 4th one, but he is not unhappy. 11 bombs coming out of here is outstanding.
Cron grabbed the power bracelet. I'm not sure what he has in mind for that. Usually if you get the power bracelet and Swordless, it comes earlier than the whistle, but we'll see. Right, Captain Green takes damage in that dark moat room, which is really hard to not take damage in. And he potions up.
He decides to potion, yeah.
Yeah.
Again, not a terrible idea. In this upcoming battle, there's blue Wizards as well, and they're notorious for running into the door and touching you.
So Cron took some hits in the belfry. I think his count's only like 3 or something, so he's just not even trying to force here.
Oh my, he still gets it. Oh, and then he gets a good drop too. Very nicely
I guess
done.
I think that had to be a random, but it was good shape now. Right, Captain Green is in the wand room.
Ooh. It's trolled 1 time. It's trolled 2 times. Man, that one guy just will not go down. He gets them though, and he's got 7 bombs. That's ample.
Yep. So cron0 is counting on a bubble, and then he's going to go in. I want to say there are 6 wizards here, right?
I
I've
always
noticed
say 5, but I don't know. The next, you carry this count into the next room, and you're almost never at 9 when you get here. So as long as you're not there, then I'm
all right.
too
So
scared.
everything getting in
already
his way.
He's already snuck across all of the heavy yards there. Oh, he does get trolled by the virus, but still gets a good drop. So
Unless saying
part of his
5,
count.
I guess I trust him.
Ooh,
Ooh,
grab that clock. Good shot.
yeah, nice clock for Cron. So he'll have a quicker wand room than Captain Green. We'll close the gap.
I don't know what the percentage is for getting that clock in that room, but I can tell you for me, it's 1 out of never. Is what it usually is. So it's a happy moment when you get a good clock like that right at a nice time.
Well, the chance of any drop in the bomb group, which is what the orange wizards are, is 41%. But the clock is, there's only one of 10 chances on the drop table for the clock, so yeah, it's not that high. Especially if you're not tracking the globals specifically.
Ron takes a touch on the way through. So he's just going to go and start using the wand. Oh, he takes a hit to... Oh, I see. He's going to increment his count to 9.
Yeah, he has...
So he takes a touch after he kills the first keys, and so now he's got 9 left. So his first bomb here will return a bomb to him, as long as he can get a touch as well. And he doesn't. Very good.
Oh no!
No!
Cron got...
Red beam.
Yeah.
He thought he was off, and he just got gridded right there. Got sent right to the center of the line instead of off to one side like he thought he was. And that's unfortunate. Captain Green, meanwhile, sadly for Cron on this particular round, is balling now. As I say that, he misses his screen scroll, but
keep in mind this is a best of. This is a best of 3. I mean, it's also not over. Cron's not completely dead.
Of course. Yeah, of course not.
Although
yes.
That's not where you want to die, but even if Captain Green wins, we do have at least one more race, so it's not going to be the end regardless. See if Cron can... He does have 11 bombs, so see if he can get through on the second try.
Oh man, that was a tacky Wizard.
And yeah, Mr. Dunlow correctly saying in chat, it's a lot better to die after you have the wand than before, because
Amen.
The bubble keeps the first magical breakfast room dead, and you don't have to redo the wand room, obviously, so...
Ooh! He had another close call there. I noticed he stepped a whole tile away that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this, as you correctly say, the run is certainly not over. There's plenty of more opportunities for that to happen to both runners. Level 7 can give you quite a headache, especially if you're close to the end and trying to make it with one heart. Level 8, obviously, is terribly tough, and level 9 can get them. Now, guys at this stage, these guys actually probably would say that level 9 is not as hard as as 6 is, for example.
Yeah, I mean, because we can't kill Ganon, we're not getting the silver arrows, which means 9 is 2 Wizrobe combat rooms instead of 3, and 6, because we're getting the wand, is 3 instead of 2. So 6 is arguably harder than 9 in this category.
I can tell you, if you ask anybody who runs this game what their least favorite level is, it's generally 6.
Well, it's kind of a love-hate thing. I remember I've heard Kingdoll say that first in second quest, you get to the wand. It's guarded by 4 wall masters, so it's the run has a much different feel. And he said First Quest Swordless is more interesting because it's so much whiz rope combat to get to the wand. It's which I can see that perspective.
Yeah, no, I agree. Oh, Captain Green wading into 7 now. He's gonna sword these guys down. He wants their bombs. Oh man, they line right up for him. He's gonna throw bomb. Now he enters this. He can just run full speed through this level. Really, the only trouble is those boomerangs are everywhere. Know all my friends who run with the sword hate to watch us run this particular room. The river room is pretty easy when you have the rod.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like having the white sword and the bubbles can't take it away.
That's right. Just use the bubbles for iframes, man. Just bounce around and don't get hit. Captain Green looking good. For 7, he's already passed the grumble. He's handed off the vintage meat. Ugh, takes a boomerang to the back because that guy's mean.
Meanwhile, Kron heading into Gleeok. Finish off level 4.
He's got 4 hearts. I think he's going to make it. Come on. Oh, yeah. He decides to take the heart.
Yeah, you could just run through that door, and in a PB attempt he might have, but the extra heart container of safety has some appeal, certainly.
I'll take that health. Wise move.
Yeah, I mean, if nothing else, that lowers the refill time at the end of the level. So, I think that it's something like 3 tiles out of the way. It's more like than it feels like it should be to save time on the refill from grabbing a fairy.
Kron ready for his try at 7. Full health, 11 bombs. I tell you what, man, these guys have carried bombs the whole way. It is, it has been all about staying out of the way of beams. Captain Green just 2 hearts down at the end of 7. 2649, 2650, something like that.
Yeah. And
so good.
Kron in the river room about, half to 2/3 of a 7 behind. But Captain Green's going to world wrap now, and he will head over from West Hyrule to East Hyrule and do dungeons levels 8 and 2.
Nice. Enjoyed Captain Green's entrance there. He sent a beam at that Moblin right as he was swapping to the candle, and he already had the fire burning before the Moblin died. It was great. It's just whap, whap, whap.
Captain Green conserving his bombs and opening with wand and 8. Taking some hits.
He has a half a potion.
Yeah.
And these guys, the level these guys are at, they would hardly ever think of getting the potion outside of 1. But it is an option if he decides to take it to 9.
Yeah, the nice thing about Swordless is you can route in extra potions if you need to, because not like you have to save your take any's for heart containers because we're not getting a sword. So.
Oh boy. Yeah, and he is going to use that potion, and I think that's wise. He was
down to a heart.
Yeah,
he was don't do a heart and a half, and Dark Nuts do 2 hearts of damage, so prudent.
Yeah, of course he ends up damageless, you know, and getting a fairy drop, but you can't rely on that. Oh boy, be nice now. Okay, there we are. Yeah, I'll take that heart too. Thank you.
Yep. So Cron out of 7, he's gonna world wrap now, and he'll. Oh, he's
Hope for a bomb.
Bombs. Yeah.
Oh, he's got his count up. Oh, he gets dodged.
Yeah, he forces the bomb on the overworld. I get the impression that Cron counts every kill because he gets a lot of bomb forces that in places where other people aren't trying for them, which is in a race certainly it's good to do.
I've seen him like re-up bombs from 11 to 12 like twice, 3 times this run, I think.
Yeah.
Which is both like a little frustrating to me, but also like extremely wise. His count has been perfect the entire time. He knows what he's doing. You know, he's got 12 bombs, and Captain Green has, you know, came in here with 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if.
Yeah, now whether or not he uses them, right?
Yeah, he could throw down some bombs and speed these up a bit. That's what he's going to try and do. Not getting good groupings, particularly. Okay,
Ugh, now they're running away from him. Oh my goodness.
Alright, I would switch to Wand at this point, but okay.
Again, you know, like, he's...
Yeah.
You know, people, this is a great category to make an example of that kind of thing, because like he's doing things that I would never do, you know. But
yeah,
he's only lost 1 heart coming out of there, you know, and
yeah, it's always interesting to see different things people come up with. That's one of the great things about tournaments is people are learning new categories, and you see how people handle different things. It's always great to basically showcase
that rod
community share.
Too,
yep. Yeah, so the wand hitbox is broken. You can kind of hit things that are over Link's head, and I'm taking full advantage of that.
Again, he didn't get a lot of health drops off those guys, but he just conserved. It was just a really clean fight there. The Gibdo in his way, but meanwhile, Captain Green is finishing up with 2.
Yep.
Cron will be finishing up with 8. Oh, Cron makes short work of Gleeok and his mini heads. John, I was watching Cron there. Did you notice if Captain Green grabbed the potion or not?
I did not. I was actually opening the race room for the next race, but yeah, I don't think he did either. I remember King Doll commented, yeah, he didn't. King Doll commented the other night when he used his potion to get a second one, like the 6 you're so underpowered, you have so few hearts that you get hit a couple times and you need your potion. By 9 you have 12 hearts, so just don't get hit. You know, but it's like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, he hurt my feelings when he said that.
Yeah.
But,
yeah,
because it seems to be harder for me to do that. But
yeah, but it's a great illustration of what we were talking about how for a lot of people 6 is harder than 9 in this category.
Exactly. Yeah. Captain Green, I mean, he's juiced up. He's ready to go. He's got 11 bombs. He's got all of his health. He's going to try and sneak through Patra.
Yep.
He steps down out
Yep.
of the way in case the Wizard's jerk. Like, he's ready. Patra goes up and to the right, like, oh, as nature intended. But sadly touches him anyway. So is he going to count? Yeah, he's going to increment his count here with the boomerang. And then an extra shot.
When you step back like that, it's actually ambiguous. So he got a 7 count from the first boomerang hit at point blank, and then got either 1 or 2. So he's going to get a bomb because the Wizard spawned together. But you actually
look at that.
Don't know.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was a beautiful next room. It doesn't go much.
Those guys just lined right up for him. It happened so fast. Did you notice he decided to increment his counter to 0 with the fire because he didn't know like how many did I kill? I don't know. It was so fast.
I mean, yeah, he was right in the middle. It was kind of hard to tell.
It was hard for me to tell. That was great, Ray. Yeah. I mean, he got some good patterns, but he also made like the perfect moves for that.
Yeah.
Getting his count up here now. Really, I mean, in my opinion, he's got one tough room left. And it's not that bad. It has the traps in it, but as a result, it's got one less room.
Pulling out his candle, I think I know what he's going to do. Check this out. My guess is he's going to
way past Patra.
Yeah.
Oh, he gets touched before he does it.
Yeah, Patra being a big jerk. The intention there was to take the half-hearted damage from the boom from the candle and iframe past Patra, but then Patra charged him to the left, so now he's just going to have to kill part of him.
And he's never coming back, so he doesn't have to finish him off. You know, and Cron, while we're watching him, gets the not great Patra.
Yeah, it's the left Patra on Patra 1, which not what you want.
Cron really built up some time there, too. He really came charging in.
Yeah, he built the count on the old man really fast. Oop.
Of course. Captain Green, he's got to slip through the Wizard-filled trap room and bomb his way out, and then he's got one little Patra fight before he can hoist the nacho, the pizza. That's Raise the Triforce, for those of you who aren't catching those metaphors. All right, got plenty of health. I mean, he can just rush in and start swinging. Looks like that's mostly what he's doing. He's just not being silly. Patra being very nice, holding to the right. Here, I'll just stand right by the door so you can go right in.
Get your GGs in chat for Captain Green taking game 1 with a really impressive race time of 37:46.
Awesome. Awesome race. And again, Cron right behind him.
Yep.
He's getting his count up so he can get a couple of bombs here.
Captain Green having some fun.
Oh,
yeah,
takes a touch, though.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Can't kill Cap.
He's going through. He's cycling through everything, though. He wants to make sure.
Yeah.
I don't blame him. Yeah. Whistle? Yeah. Anything? Like.
I've seen Jake Coper do this too, where he's like, "What if this will work?"
Oh well, it was a noble effort. Great run. That was really not a perfect run, I'm sure he would say, but a near perfect run, like especially for a race. That was just very well done. Nothing crazy, but also nothing slow.
I'm sure he's pretty happy with that.
Ron got stuck in the lake like there and looked like he was just going to hang out there for a moment.
I'm potioning up. Finish this off.
Yeah, he's made it all this way.
I think I'm gonna reload the room for.
Make
Do we
sure he
get
doesn't have
do
any
we get another
bomb
orange
trouble.
doing this? Oh yeah, we do.
All right, let him out. Does have full health. That room always makes me nervous. Oh man. He was so close to that keys that the boomerang went right past it. Metro tries to pin him down to the floor, but stops just shy.
Yeah, he gets a good rhythm on the after fight, and
All right.
GG's in for Kron. He's comes in with a 40-43, which with a death in 6 is a pretty darn good race time.
Very respectable.
Yeah. All right, we will be back for game 2 in just a moment here.
All right.
Should be getting underway here shortly.
Hey, these guys. I mean, where do you improve? You know, if you're crying, you got to be a little bit better about your potion. But you know, he had a really good run. Other than that untimely death. I'm excited to see if he can pull out the force for game 3.
Mm. Looks like they're out of sync on my screen.
It does, yeah. Maybe Captain Green just kicked off without.
No, I don't think Captain Green started 15 seconds early. I think
Must be a
it's just,
delay of some sort.
we'll get them synced.
Fine.
You have a button for that.
Well, this is the resource gathering portion of the show. They're gonna run and get some money, get some more money. Then they're gonna get some more money. And they're gonna buy some stuff. Between some of that, they're gonna grab the blue candle. Right now, as you can follow Captain Green up there, he's already making his way up to Northeast Secret, Victoria's Secret. Not a secret at all. We all know where it is. So they'll get, you randomizer runners know that a candle's a weapon, and they'll get what passes for a weapon at the beginning of this run, which is the blue candle. They can get bushes burned to get more money, and they're going to try and farm a bomb out of somebody. Captain Green clipping his way across that screen so he makes sure he doesn't take any damage. Only 3 hearts right now, and you do not want to die right at this place. It's a tough little walk back to the store, which is where they'll be heading next. Oh, he gets the early bomb again. 2 in a row. That's very happy days. 41-ish% chance to get that bomb if you kill a blue guy first. And he's gotten it both races so far. There's his little fire trick. Captain Greeny got his arrow. He already had bombs, so now he's got the vintage meat there. He'll need that for a level 7. He's ready to start going. Gonna go up. He left his candle equipped, which leads us to believe he might go ahead and grab a 30 secret up here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And gets all of his shopping done, so now he gets to go and make his way to level 1. This door, I always think that it must just think that if you left, you must have already unlocked the door, so it just opens it. You can just walk in and walk out like he did. It'll unlock that door, and so now he grabs a key, so now he's got one to unlock the future door coming up, and now he really has all the resources he needs to get really started. He'll work his way up through 1, bombing where he needs to, until he can get the bow, and then he's got a real weapon. And Cron running at approximately the same pace, a little bit behind on their sync right now, but you can see the 2 timers there.
Yeah.
Captain Green with the bow, so now he's swapped over to arrows, and he's ready to really work his way through here. Start shooting some of these guys out of the way. Captain Green again gets his count up to where he gets that force bomb there. Yeah, so that way he doesn't have to walk. We'll have to change before he deal with about the minutes, obviously. But he probably hoped to get him in one bomb, but they didn't walk quite in the way for him. Distracts Aquamanus with the vintage meat and arrows him down.
Not 100%, but I don't think the meat does anything to Akamantos. At one point, I went through the.
Is that the Gorillas? Is that who?
Yeah, the Gorillas, the Moblins, the Octoroks. So at one point, I went through the game and tested it on everything. It doesn't do anything to Stalfos or Bubbles or I don't think Gyptos either, but it does on. It does on Keese, but you can't really tell because their AI is so kind of random that it kind of just float around it. Unless you have the target. But like ROM hack to show you the target, it's hard to see what's going on.
All right, Captain Green heading into 3, the first real serious main test. This level has a Triforce piece guarded by the rudest enemy in the game, Manhandla. Very random. First, he's got to get there. He's got to work his way through the shoot room. Gonna try and get some bombs out of here, which he will. Keep his count going correctly so that when he does get into this upcoming Red Dark Nut room, that he'll be able to bomb his way to a full count there before he leaves. Don't touch him. Yes. He's through there just like so. Cron doing the same thing. I'm playing the game from Japan, interestingly, in the future, playing on Sunday, and yet behind on the sync of the two games. He does it all, folks. Captain Green getting his count up and has his raft on dealing with one very lost Dark Knight, but Captain Green decides to just go on and arrow his count up where he needs it. He's at 5 bombs right now. He's going into 4, so. First, has to deal with that guy I was talking about a minute ago. And handle it. Cron, he must have farmed that key in the Zol room when he went in the first time.
Yeah, he has all the keys he should, so. And Captain Green actually does get the bomb from Manhandla this time. Let's see if...
Okay.
Oh.
Well, Cron doesn't get the bomb, but I bet he'll take it.
Yeah, it's a little ambiguous whether that's the Force or the Random Fairy, but I'm sure he'll do something to figure that out.
Yeah, either way, Manhandla goes down. And so now, you know, these guys will make their way pretty quickly through 4. This is a good opportunity for them to make sure they keep their bombs where they need them, so they'll have enough when they get to the next level. But they can't finish 4 yet, so all they have to do is survive until they get to the ladder.
Right, and we are getting them synced now. So you can see the Cron actually has a little bit of a lead.
Cron working the count. You could just as easily have got the bomb drop off of these fires, but these guys are notorious for running the wrong way and going the way you don't want them to. Oh, or touching you like that one just did him there. So Captain Green, Captain Green basically
Ooh,
caught up there in that room.
Yeah, we're into the breakfast room together.
Captain Green gets touched, so he loses his count. Cron never tried for it. He just went on and arrowed the guys down. So
yeah, four bombs is fine at this point. They need to.
Yeah, that's what they
That'll
need.
get them to the bomb upgrade with a potion. And they're both so good at these left to right. Left to right unbuffered scrolls are not something most people practice because if you have a sword, you can buffer going left to right, so the scroll has a little bit of a different feel to it. But Cron does exclusively swordless, and Captain Green's done a ton of it, and you can see they both have no problem with those glyphs.
Yeah, and you don't have to mess them up, but 2-3 times, and you're actually losing time trying to get that done. And so these guys, like with that, I mean, they made basically 0 mistakes going left to right there, and saved like 4 seconds probably, 6 seconds doing that. Like, really adds up nicely. I don't do it for the same reasons, because the time you lose really adds up if you're not doing it well. Tight's being a little bit mean to him, but Captain Green into 5. Cron by our eye anyway, just ahead. Yeah. No, they up A about the same time. So.
Yeah. Both runners taking a safety update. Nope. The object of this run is to get all the way to Ganon without a sword. You can kill every enemy except for Ganon with a sword. So the run ends when Link holds up the Triforce in Ganon's room. Ron took a Gibdo hug there, lost 2 hearts, which is not super comfy.
No, you don't want to get hit in this in the Olive Garden anyway. But this But if you do, then it's nice to have enough health to not die and to just have to worry about your bomb count instead. The blue dark nuts are fair about giving you health, so you can hope to get a heart or 2, and if he can hold on that long, then he'll be okay. It'd be much better if he just didn't get touched at all.
They both built up their count. We got the quick 7 from the old man, plus a couple keys. Nice first bomb in terms of damaging a lot of them for Cron.
It's his drop. Uses the Paul strats wisely.
Good room for Captain Green. He's going to finish a little bit first, but Cron not far behind.
Yeah, both have 8 bombs getting done. Captain Green with all the money. And Cron with ample money. Yeah, Cron's in a lot better shape this run, money-wise, than he was last time. He doesn't have to think about it at all, really.
Yeah.
Captain Green gets the extra bomb drop, so he's up to 12. Oh, and Cron, man.
So does Cron, so game wants a close race.
If Indy were here, he'd say, "You love to see it."
Yes, you do love to see it. It's true.
It's awesome. Both these guys slithering through the Gibdo room. I was about to say that, and Cron decides, you know what? I think I'll swap to Boomerang. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, he slips through. Even though the Dark Knight tried to troll him, gets his key. Was he gonna freeze Dig Dark? No. He has to. Yeah, he can shoot it first, I guess. Maybe that is his plan.
Question in chat, I presume for the dungeons they can't finish, they go back with 1. That's correct. It's just level 4. In order to complete the Swordless run, you have to double dip 1 dungeon, because level 4 requires a wand to kill Gleeok, and level 6 requires a ladder to get to Goma. So you either have to go in and get the wand and come out, or go in and get the ladder and go out, and the second one is shorter. And both of them forced a bomb on Dig Dogger and are at the Triforce together with 12 bombs going into level 6. So
Guys, this is not reality TV. We did not script this. This is just what two really fast runners look like when they're playing this game at the same time. You can see their both of their timers down there in the bottom, and their timers are now synced up just right. And they are
So
too,
are
pretty
linked.
much.
Yeah.
A little bit of a hiccup for Cron there on his scroll. Now here, you know, on these screens especially, like it's actually better to clip across the screen because it's much more dangerous. There's a lot of enemies that can really cause you. I think those guys take 2 hearts of damage off of you. But yeah, Captain Green, really 2 screens ahead. Going into 6. If you were watching last run, 6 can be a problem for you. So
yeah, this is the hinge point of the run. In the first race, Kron took a death in here after the wand, which is not as bad as before the wand, but got a lot of Wizarobes to kill, and so we need bombs because it's the only thing that can hurt them. We need the wand to do other stuff. So. A lot going on here.
Captain Green holds on in the belfry, paw strats and all. He does not take a hit now. Meanwhile, Cron is in there and he's just tanking. He does not.
Yeah.
Says whatever. I'll just take whatever count I get. At 11 bombs, he can be a little cocky. Captain Green.
I almost think he might be going in with he might be getting hit in the belfry on purpose to get the force later, but I don't know for sure.
But that bluey there for Captain Green was very mean. Dodged, I think, 3 bombs with no damage before he finally was able to knock him out. So Cron again just slips ahead just a little.
Yep, all right, this dark moat room is one of the hardest to get through without getting hurt. How they do here. Brian took a circuitous path to avoid damage, and Captain Green had to tank a hit.
And Cron again bubbles
there are
himself
six, there
down
are
to
6
0.
there. Yeah, there are 6 there. I just saw them.
Cron got all the bombs again. Now Captain Green's got 6. And so he's going, he's getting those extra 2 kills so he can make sure and get an early drop here. He does. These guys, in this room especially, I like to hide in the door there, not so much for safety, but those guys are terrible about staying together if you're not in that area. And I find
we're getting the wand together. Look at this.
Yeah. These guys cannot help but be, like right alongside each other. This is great. But now Cron, he's getting him a couple of counts in before he leaves. Captain Green does the same. Sneaks through. Let's see if Captain Green can do it. Oh my gosh. He does. That was really slick. Cron being very careful with his count. It's his bomb there. There you go. He's up to 12 again.
Yeah. Captain Green has a
I
lower
said this
bomb.
last run. I said this last run, but he obviously enjoys having his bomb count as full as possible.
Yeah, and
I
it's
mean,
nice
what
here
Swordless
because
runner doesn't? But
yeah,
but
like
even by
like
our
Captain Green,
standards.
because Captain Green's lower on bombs, he's gonna reload this room a few times, and so Kron's gonna pull ahead a little bit.
Oh,
Oh no! Now Captain Green's getting some. Alright, he has his potion out, so hopefully he won't die. Yeah.
Ryan gets his bomb count back up to 10. He's happy about that.
Yeah, that might have been the random bomb because it looked like the 1, 2, 3 global drops, but nice to get either way.
Walks past the ferry. He's just happy to be out of here.
All right, now Captain Green, the like has spawn priority in this room, so he can reload wand down a like and reload again, but it's obviously a lot slower than what you just saw Kron do.
Got to be careful too. He's got enough for one hit from a blue guy, but not two. And he makes it though. Kron's gonna run right up to 4 and finish it off.
Yep, now it has the ability to kill Gleeok, so he can come back here for the Triforce.
Short work of that guy. Yeah. Captain Green's down to 1 bomb. It's not catastrophic. He has a lot of options to take care of that, but it is one thing you don't like to be thinking about at this stage in the run.
Yeah. Yeah, Kron has 10 bombs and is probably going to force on the way to Gleeok too, so Captain Green will have to slow down a little bit to, well, I mean, I guess worst case he can, well, no, he has to force at least once between here and the walls. Unless he's going to go through the Gleeok Shame with 1 bomb, which would be crazy. Or not the Gleeok Shame, the Manhandle of Doom. The other mini-boss you don't want to see.
Kron gets the drop. And the clock.
Captain Green forcing off a Octorok on the overworld. Nice play.
He takes a touch, so knows where his count is now. Kron not slowing down. He's out of 4. He'll be working his way to the west. Go to level 7. I must say, level 7 seems to me to be easier in the Swordless run than it is for those any % runs. Where you're running
certainly
for
for the
stick.
Yeah, certainly for the 3 first route. Probably about the same as the 2 first runs, although unlike the White Sword, you can't lose the wand to a bubble.
Kron gets a drop off of the
nice.
overworld as he walks over. So once again, 12 bombs.
I don't know if you caught that, but Kron clipped the lake unbuffered.
Oh yes, very nice.
It saves a tiny amount of time to do that because you get to start walking towards the cave before the lake fully dissolves.
Well, yes, John, but the amount of respect he earns from us cannot be met.
It looks cool, so we will highlight it. Yeah,
he just did that in a race. Yeah, so I'm glad you did mention it. I was talking right past that. Well done. Okay, and Captain Green's done with 4. Kron taking a couple of extra boomerangs, but he gets a heart for his trouble. So. Now, Captain Green is going on and farming a couple of bombs. There's a couple of rooms that have floor bombs here, and both are placed at what I consider to be very strategic intervals about the place where you would run out of bombs and have to kill some people.
Yeah. Casually, 7's a big puzzle dungeon, and you have to find very specific bomb walls to get through it. So the game gives you some bomb refills so you can look around. But speedrunners know the way, so just get those as a backup.
Just like that, Cron is knocking out Aquamenus. He's going to be world rapping and making his way over to level 8. Captain Green, this run, very unlike last run where he didn't get all of the luck, but he certainly had really, really excellent drop luck when it came to bombs, and he just hasn't had that this run. So I know he hasn't had bomb trouble, but he's been constantly thinking about his bombs, and I'm sure it's much easier to go fast when you're not.
I mean, the big time sink for Captain Green this run was having to reload the Magical Breakfast Room 2 and 6 several times, and that was because he was low on bombs. So, yeah.
Cron again gets a drop there in the overworld. And try for another one just to see how lucky he is. Is he gonna buy? He's gonna buy.
Yeah.
Why not? You got the money. Standing right by the door. And this way he gets to use bombs in the first Blue Lagoon, and if he's lucky, the second one a little bit. He's got 2 potions, so no need to be too concerned with passing away while he's in here. Captain Green out of 7. Gets 1 off the first bomb. I mean, it's really poor patterns. He's getting there. Oh, they all turned away. He got frustrated too. He said, all right, fine, we're using the wand. John mentioned before, the hitbox for the wand is very large. And a skilled runner can kind of get under those guys and hit them with the overswing of the rod. And you saw Cron doing a little bit of that as he was hitting 2 different guys at the same time.
Captain Green also making a stop at the bomb shop on this walk. He's a little more necessary for him because he was only at 1.
Cron is in a little bit of health trouble. I hope he's watching it. I guess he is.
Yeah.
He can take it. Oh
gosh.
Cannot take it. Yeah. Hold on. Okay, he was watching it. If you know what's happening, then you can do it instantly, but you can't mess around. We've all done, oh, I'll do it in just a moment, and then you die. Like, this is not the time for that. Cron, not really fighting too badly against those guys, but he didn't get a lot of the health drops that they're known for on that particular time, so... Captain Green, he's already on the rod. He did get a little health drop there, though. Cron heading into 4-headed Gleeok with basically full health. Minus a half a heart. And the heads are nice to him. He goes for the heart. He wants the health. I don't blame him. Level 2, here he comes. Captain Green just working his way nice and safe through here, dodging the fireballs when he can.
Yeah.
Great job. Is he going to farm this room for a bomb? Let's see. He is not. He's going to rely on 2 to give him his bombs.
Yeah,
Pretty safe bet.
Yeah, I mean, worst case if you're real, I mean, you're gonna come out with 2 with at least some bombs, and worst case you can buy a few more before 9, grab some extra money. Hopefully, we'll be okay.
He makes quick work of Gleok. Captain Green's done with 8 as well. But they'll both make quick work of 2, and they'll be on their way to 9. Captain Green, he's gonna hope for a lucky bomb there, but doesn't grab one on the first one. Ron's gonna have to settle for leaving level 2 with, I don't want to say it too fast.
Yeah.
Wait for it.
Yeah.
With 10 bombs, okay. Didn't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
Jinx him on the dongo while he was about to be throwing those bombs down. So, yeah, no, well done. Cron makes it right out.
Yeah.
Bomb counts up to 10. That's fine. He knows what he's doing. He'll get a drop early when he gets in there. Gonna whistle his way to 1. And just a reminder, this is round 2 of 3. It's starting to look like. Too early to call yet, but if Cron does make it out with this game, then we'll go to round 3 before we can decide who really deserves to move on.
Yeah, I mean, in addition to being on pace for round 3, we're also on pace for a potential double sub 40 in this race. So someone in chat saying it's wild watching how good these guys are at this, and it really is a joy.
These guys go fast in races. I mean, you know, it's amazing. It really is. They are playing at such a high level, like being very careful and yet just flying through these levels. I mean, Cron's already in 9. Great having that boomerang coming out of that secret passage there. You can just freeze those lights instead of wasting time swording them down or something. Gotta be careful though. Don't trust just one shot. You better hit them 2 or 3 times. Oh, Patra gives him a bad pattern. Yeah, Cron will get his first kill as long as it's clean. He gets bombs. He's going to take them and leave. This is a pretty common practice for these guys. Captain Green did the same thing. Oh, he's gonna actually go ahead and farm for the full shot while he's at it. Get his count back up and hope he doesn't have to. I forgot, in the last run he ended up trying to farm bombs after this room, and maybe he's trying to avoid that this time. Gets a clock. Okay. Very nice.
Versus that bomb was a force on that second to last blue. Blue Wizrobes cannot drop bombs randomly. So.
He's again gonna farm because he did. I think he did drop a bomb or 2 more than what he meant to.
Yeah, he also left with a 1 count. Although so he'll get a force here as well. Beautiful.
Awesome. He's set up and ready to roll. Doesn't want to change yet. And try and just ease his way through. Takes the hit. He's got a potion, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering about So
Captain Green
he's gonna.
killing Patra 1 for extra bombs.
Oh yeah, he's at 6, so I think that's very smart. It's probably takes him 20 seconds, 25 seconds to do that, but as a result, yeah, bombs there. He can get his count up right here. Does he have another potion? Yes, he does.
Yes.
Okay. He just obligingly went up to his pause screen for me. Thank you. Ron really, he's finishing the last tough battle room here.
Also got kind of obnoxious orange wizard spawns. They were in 2 different corners, nowhere near him, but finishes it up. He's a Patra 1 away, or Patra 3 away from, well, to hit this wall and then take the stairs, kill Patra 3, and he will force a game 3.
Oh my gosh. I know he was frustrated trying to get that clip done. He got it though. Oh no! Watch your health there, Cap. Good job. Waited for the second hit so he doesn't waste it. Oh no! Now Cron's making me feel bad. Okay. So yeah, get your G's in a pair and put them on the chat. Cron has taken us to round 3.
Yeah, and that
It was a great run. 36:48. Yeah. That's just 40 something seconds
he got a
slower than his PB.
37:09 in the race room.
37:09.
Yeah. That's
Excellent run.
that's the second 37 we've seen from these guys. When I started watching Zelda 1 in 2017, the world record was a 37, and now we're seeing it in races. And Captain Green comes in. Oh, we should switch to his sound. Yeah.
Awesome. Ooh, what a race. Those guys were together for so long. Yeah, John, I think you called it earlier. You know, the difference there was just that bomb count for Captain Green in 6. That was where things went really slow.
And Captain Green finishing off game 2 with a 38:05, so double sub 40s. And we will be going to game 3 to decide who goes to the finals.
This is exactly what you want out of your semifinals here.
Yeah. The winner of this match will play the winner of Antlers versus Kingdoll over in the other semifinal that has yet to be scheduled, but will be most likely sometime this week, or sometime in the coming week.
Captain Green adds bomb.
Trying
Trying to get a little juju there.
All right.
Captain Green anxious to get away, and we are underway. Well, both these guys just a little bit. We shouldn't have talked good about them last time. Just a little bit of struggle there with their left to right scrolls. If you don't know, you have to stand at the precise number of pixels away from the side. And you have to tap the down, the opposite, the 90 degree from where you're facing. One frame. It's just the tiniest tap. And by the way, it has to be done perfectly. Because if it's not, it doesn't work. Very difficult. These guys are going to make it look pretty easy for most of the runs, I can assure you. But don't let that fool you. It takes years of practice. I think we decided thousands and thousands of attempts. They're doing their resource gathering. Going to grab 100 secret up here. Up A, and then go grab a candle, and then continue to get some resources, some money, some stuff to buy. Gonna try and farm a quick bomb before the action starts. So if your popcorn is just finishing up, get it out. It's gonna be a great race, I assure you.
Yeah. I mean, if you're just joining us, check out the VOD. The first two races were amazing, and we expect no less. So once again, we're gonna do some overworld errands before we start tackling dungeons.
Another 100 from here. And that's going to give them all the money they're going to need for a while. We'll give them enough money to buy the meat, to buy the arrows, and they hope they don't have to buy bombs. They hope they get them now. Captain Green gets them. Oh, they get trapped and then they turn away.
Yeah. It's
okay.
Cron gets it. The funny thing about that farm, it's obviously a luck whether you get the bomb at all, but also it's a little bit of luck whether the moblins get in a pattern where it's possible to kill them efficiently. And with experience, these guys have a good eye for where to throw the flame, but even them, it's not always easy.
They both got their bombs now.
Yeah. And Cron with some extra money.
They're in the same room. Cron waiting in line right behind Captain Green. He checks out, and now Cron can do so. They're both going to keep their candle equipped. They're going to grab some money just outside of one here, and hopefully that's the last money they'll have to get that's off route anyway. They will have to stop and get money one more time, so they'll have enough for the bomb upgrade, but we'll get to that.
Okay. I'm going to step away for just a minute. I will be right back.
Okay, Captain Green doing my favorite move, the pirouette. Walks in and out of level 1 so he can unlock the door. Cron right on his heels. And I would expect those guys to be pretty much this close, at least until we get nearer to manhandling level 3. But level 1 doesn't offer them too much in the way of challenging combat, because there's not a, first of all, you don't have a weapon for half of the run, half the way through the level. They have bombs that they don't want to drop because they need them for later. As you can see, they're taking damage to grab keys. Gonna clip through this little wall here so they can avoid walking around. Perfectly done for both those guys. They both grab the bow within 3 seconds of each other. So they'll up A right quick. Now they have some weapons.
Oh, what a surprise! I get back and they're still both in the same room.
Yeah, I was just telling chat that this you can probably expect them to be like this until we get closer to Manhandla in level 3. Like
Yeah.
they're they're both quite capable of dealing with what level 1 throws at them. This next room can offer them a little bit of variability, but really not much. Yeah, and two ways of dealing with it. Captain Green decides not to switch, uses his last bomb to kill him off and gets a drop.
Yeah,
And Kron uses his bow and arrow to clear the room.
Yeah, I think
And
Captain Green must have had a force setup, and so.
Yeah, and as you can see, they're both. Now they're all. They're still at the same pace. Kron will be the first out of one, followed quickly by Captain Green, and they're going to both clip over to the left so they can go into level 3. Still pretty underpowered, but in my opinion, level 3 is easier when you have 8 bombs and you go in and just work your way through it like this than it is with trying to whoop it with the wood sword sometimes.
Yeah, the arrows help a lot. People used to do 3 first swordless routes, and I think, including when like Jake Oper and King Doll's 12 bomb route that was 3 first as well. And the thing Rusluck's figured out is that if you can come in here with the arrows, you'll see them going top route. You end up getting some keys that you can't get if you come in with just bombs.
From the runner's perspective too, it does seem to be safer this way as well.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It really makes it to where a good runner really has to worry mostly about Manhandla and maybe getting trolled by the red dark nuts, but mainly the rest of the combat is easy. Kron takes a deliberate touch on his way into the raft. Captain Green wisely, instead of wasting bombs, just grabs the clock while he's getting his other drops and freezes that last dark nut, and now he's in for the raft. At 6, well, he'll be at 5 bombs when he goes in for Manhandla.
Yeah, he did leave the chute uncleared, so if worst case happens, he can go back and get more, but hopefully he'll just kill Manhandla.
Manhandla, as you can see, very random movement, and then once you've heard him, he moves faster and faster. But taken care of, all's well that ends well.
Kron gets the bomb force, which depends on the core, going over the bomb up for a number of frames to get him to a 10 count, and also not getting hit, so haven't seen that every race. Oh god.
Captain Green.
Why are you like this? Oh no.
Captain Green takes the death from Manhandla, and we've all been there.
He's also at 0 bombs, so he's gonna dip out and go somewhere else. I guess he could buy bombs.
He can come back and do this later.
Yeah.
That is really unfortunate, though. Like, that is exactly the kind of thing that Manhandla is known for. But even so, like, he had plenty of bombs, and he did get just the most rotten luck there. That is really horrible.
Oh, and he's not getting
and getting no drops either.
Yeah, he's saving, so he'll know his global. Because when you reset the console, the global counter, which controls the random drops, resets. So he will. He now knows that the next blue Octorok or blue Moblin can drop a bomb. He get skunked. 4, 5.
He doesn't have enough money to buy bombs, so he's got he gets a drop now.
Alright, he got the bombs on 6 and 8.
So now, does he go back to 3? No, he doesn't.
Now I'll have to do that later.
I just thought, I thought he might risk it, but he probably looked at his health and said, "No, you know what? I think since I've been done this way once." Meanwhile, we looked away from Cron just long enough for him to make it all the way through 4.
Yeah.
So he'll save, reset his console, same reasons, get his global count back to where he knows where it is, and he'll start working his way back to the east.
And one of the innovative things Ruslex did with this route is he mapped out the globals so you maximize your random bomb chances after that save and reset. Not everyone follows the way Rube does the kills, and not everyone even does that save, but it is very nice. And you have seen them get some random bombs from Givdos, which are lined up so we get the chances.
Okay, Captain Green at least gets some bomb luck.
That was funny. So he couldn't reach that because it's on the grid, but of course he also had bombs to spare because he was getting a 4-pack refill, but he had to some shenanigans to...
It looked to me like he was angrily throwing down bombs because it wouldn't let him touch him.
Yeah, he was having fun, but as we should, playing video games.
That's right. That's right. My wife is constantly surprised that I can enjoy something I scream at so much. She can't hear me, can she? Okay. Okay. Ron easing his way around the Givdos. He got touched last run, so he decided he didn't want to deal with that again. Making his way into 5. Now, he's got his money already from the secret that Captain Green is just grabbing. So he's done that so he can go down here and get this bomb upgrade, which will offer him the opportunity to carry 12 bombs. And my favorite part, gives you 12 bombs to get you started.
I remember when I was a kid, I was so confused. I bet you'd like to have more bombs. I thought he was just selling me another bomb pack, but it was way overpriced for some reason.
Wow, I never thought about that.
Yeah. And Captain Green is a scroll over to get an extra 30. He had to arrow a bunch of moblins in the overworld to moblins and Octrox to farm that bomb, so it makes sense he had a little more money. Well, Cron gets his force in the river room.
Yeah, these
Not
guys
super
are
cooperative Darknut patterns, but
yeah, very uncooperative, I would say. I mean, guys, he's down to 3 bombs. He can walk over and get the Givdo bomb if he decides to once he up A's. So we'll see what he does. Personally, I always like to arrow one of these guys first and see if I can get a drop from them. But I don't think he took a hit. I think he's still working his count. So he gets a drop, and he's just going to roll. The gutsy move, if you're not familiar with this run, he's going to go to level 6 right after this, and every bomb counts at level 6.
yeah, he may be setting up a force on Dig Dogger. So he can leave with...
I like the strat. He did this last time where he swaps to the boomerang to make it through safely here. It doesn't work on the Dark Nuts, but the Givdos can be the worst of them, and they all freeze when they get hit with the banana. So
yeah, neutralizing the Givdos is nice.
Yeah, he gets to just walk right through the middle of them. Now, it does not work on the bunnies here, so just have to be a little bit more cautious there. Okay, so Captain Green, we'll see what kind of... Now,
Does get his force.
yeah, and does seem to... Oh, gets touched, but he doesn't care.
Yeah,
But,
don't die.
Yeah, try not to. Look at him. He's like, I don't need that health. Luxury. What are y'all worried about? So he takes his touch, and that was a great room for him. He saved a good bit of time on his this difference between him and Cron right there. He made up a little bit.
Yeah, he still has to go back into 3, but he closed the gap a bit there for sure.
And he also gets a bomb, and that increments him up to 11, so he's ready to fly through now. Cron, meanwhile, is beginning his trip to the west to go to level 6. Gonna grab this power bracelet again, I guess, but I haven't seen him use it yet. Have you?
No, I haven't. I wonder if it's a meme we don't know about or something. Cause
I thought maybe it was like a, maybe if something happens during the run.
Yeah, it could. Yeah, that may be it. It may be a backup in case he has to let's say he has to up A out of 6 and needs to go back, then he could take the any rows to get there quickly. Maybe that's what he has in mind. But hopefully, it's not part of the route. So hopefully, if it is a backup, he won't need to use it. So we'll never find out.
Okay. He gets his bomb there. He's up to 12. Cron up to 8. Worked his count there. Let's see. Yeah, he does the bop again on the keys. So now he'll swap to his boomerang. So we'll try to be clean with this. Oh, takes a touch though. That's gonna put his count at 1. 8 bombs going into this room. That is not ideal. He knows it too. Okay, he does get a good pattern on the blue guys. Okay, he's gonna be all right. He got a really good pattern on those blue guys. They stuck together for him, and so he was able to make those hits count. And that's where you can really lose time or lose bombs there.
Yeah.
I mean, that was really nice. Like 5 bombs cleared the room.
Captain Green into the beginning of 6. Meanwhile, Cron, only 2 bombs. He's going to be patient. I've seen him do this before. He will wait until he gets a good Wizard spawn, so he can get them all with 1 bomb.
There you go.
Does get a little bit of luck.
Okay. Doesn't want to get touched in there, and meanwhile, Captain Green tried the same thing in the Belfry. Okay. Nice. Cron leaves. He's gonna respawn. Oh, did he get touched? Oh, he's full. He just wants those. Yeah. He wants those.
Yeah,
bombs.
I think he just.
Oh, now he got touched.
Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, the thing that's bad about the like is the bomb. Until you get the wand, the bomb's the only thing you can use to get out of it. So had to
okay, so
spend some bombs he really didn't want to there.
He's gonna have to leave and come out again so he can use these Zols to get his count up. That's 2.
I think it's 3. He was pinned against the wall. Maybe we should switch to his.
Is it 3? Did they pin him? That's right. Yeah, I think you're right.
I mean, it's hard to tell without the sound on, but I think he pinned it against that. Ended against the river, but yeah. Well, I've lost count now, but I'm sure he's got a good idea of where he is.
Those guys split up, so that should be 5 then.
Yeah.
Careful. Yeah, so, I mean, Captain Green has effectively caught up by view right now, but again, let's not forget he still has to duck in.
Yeah, so he has to go back to 3, but yeah, definitely close the gap here.
Well, look at that confidence in those bombs. Like, he just immediately started dumping bombs even before he had the drop.
All right. Amazing room for Captain Green, and he's
Yeah, he's
He's
already
right.
through. They're grabbing the wand right by each other.
Yeah.
Hey guys, what's up?
And Captain Green has 11 bombs. Kron has only 3, so Captain Green might have the quicker back half now.
That wand is nice though. Ooh, Kron takes a touch though. Now he's gonna have to do his move where he gets hit by a Keese.
Yeah.
Only a Keese. And then he kills all of these guys. Man, it's incredible. I would have been hit like 8 times. So now it counts 9. We've seen him do this every run so far. So if he can, and of course he gets trolled by the red guys. And he died in the first run in this very room. And so he wisely says, you know what? Not today. Not again. Gets his bomb drop. Does not get the good luck he had last time for the blue guys. So we're gonna. Meanwhile, Captain Green's done in there. Okay. He's gonna opt to just kill these like-likes. He's only got one blue guy left, so he can dodge him. Then he can reload the room, and the like-likes will appear first. They take priority over the blue guys, even though the blue guy is a door guardian.
Did you see that Wizard phase and just rushed the door, and he managed to managed to dodge it. I was like,
he said, "Nope."
All right, so Captain Green first out of 6, and this will give him a chance to loop back to 3 and catch up.
Ron went back, and while he was back, he decided to farm some bombs. Come in handy later. He's only 1 down from Captain Green, and it is quite easy to farm bombs in 4 with the wand. But yeah, Captain Green hoping to make short work of Manhandla this time. He's got pretty much the same amount of bombs he had last time. The only difference is he's going to get his count up here. No, never mind. I thought he was going to try and farm some in that Dark Nut room, but he doesn't need them, he says. Kron now finishing off in 6.
Yeah, if Manhandla is good, they're going to be just about tied up here.
Okay. Yep. Captain Green did a really good job there. He was patient and waited for the right spot, and then he got some good luck as well. So good work. Quick refill. Kron's going to be entering.
They're going to be going into
just ahead of him.
Yeah, I mean they're going to be very close. Entering the second dip before. This is going to be down to the wire until the end, which is exactly what we'd hoped for from this matchup. So I have not been disappointed.
I knew it. I mean, I've been very excited for this. Just for this category. I mean, this has been a great addition to the Battle for Hyrule. I think. I know I'm biased, but I love this. I love this particular category, and as these guys have shown, like it's a lot more exciting than it seems. Than it seems it would be. It seems like there'd be a lot of deaths and it'd be a lot of long runs, but we really haven't seen a lot of that in the tournament.
Yeah, in the 2019 multi-category tournament, where everyone had to learn 3 categories, the guys who were good at Swordless had a massive advantage, and Bruce Slugs, who ended up winning that tournament. So that was one of the reasons when we came up with this rule set, you could enter whatever section you wanted. So the level of play in every Swordless race is so high at this point. Like, I mean, your race with Kingdoll, your match with Kingdoll went to 3 games, and because you're both Swordless guys, And
right. I think Antlers. I think his race did too. Right.
Yeah. And we're stinked into Gleeok.
Man, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But again,
Yeah,
you know, last run went poorly for Captain Green, and he's not in
yeah,
great bomb shape right now. But because
yeah.
of
He
that
also,
bomb trouble, and Kron
you
had
know,
it this round.
Captain Green skipped the safety heart from Gleok there. He just ran and went. Kron went back
Yeah.
and got it. So Captain Green first out of 4 because of that. Question chat, are they close? They could hardly be closer. So we're both they're Captain Green had an early death, but he was first out of 6, went back and finished 3, and they are both completed everything. They're going into 7 together.
A whistle blow separates them. Now, Captain Green farmed for just a moment in the overworld and got the lucky bomb, so strictly speaking, he doesn't have to have any more bombs than what he has right now.
Yeah, but he got a lucky drop there, but I'd like to pick up some just because, you know, it's...
Oh, sure, you love to have him for
done.
combat in 8, you know. He doesn't seem to use them, though, as much as Kron does, but again, yeah,
well,
this is...
It may depend on how many he has.
That's a good point, yeah. He has 12 when he walks in. He may decide to drop a couple. They're already equipped and all. So.
Question in chat, what if they tie? If they tie to the second, they re-race. That has happened in past tournaments, but it hasn't in this one yet.
Well, I don't know if my blood pressure could take it. I mean... Whew. Captain Green is taking a few hits, but also made quick work here. Send a Dig Dogger. Oh, he gets a good pattern too. One fireball to deal with. Oh, and he deals with it. Yeah, they're a room apart still. Through 7. Or through most of 7. Golly, those bubbles are trying desperately to send him into those hands. Kron decides that heart is worth it, I agree. Captain Green's out of here. Going in to defeat Aquamentus. He'll be making his way back
behind him.
Back to 8. Captain Green with the bomb advantage. And the time advantage at this moment.
Yep, just a Triforce hoist ahead. So now they're going to world wrap and head over to level 8. See if they farm and or buy bombs on the way.
On will, I think we can say that, but unless he just happens on 2 packs on the way. Unlikely. They're supposed to be clipping to the next screen to the left, but there is no next screen to the left from that screen, so it just takes you back to the far right instead, all the way to around the world.
Forcing on an Octorok on the overworld and then going into the store to get more.
Captain Green's up to 12. He got a drop on the way, and he's into 8. Hey, now Kron's up to 12 again, so he'll be happy about that. Oh, and Captain Green gets some really good patterns there on his bomb drops, so... Very nice. Does use a sizable portion of his bombs, but he's got them, so looks like he's going to try and drop one or two in this room too. If you can get them grouped together and get a few hits on this, I mean, you can save 10 seconds with just 2 or 3 well-placed bombs. Goes from taking 4 hits to kill a Dark Nut to 2 every time you hit them with one, so. Okay, he is gonna... No, he's not. I thought he was gonna go ahead and farm some bombs in there, but Captain Green runs on through. Ron had a really good first. Blue Lagoon, the room full of Dark Nuts. He's on to his second. He's just going to use the rod, and you see him there using that overhead. They're actually on the tile above him, but because of the way the wand's hitbox works, he's able to hit them without putting himself up there in danger. He is in danger of getting fireballed to death, but... See there? Oh, very nice. He really did take advantage of that hitbox there for that whole fight. That was really good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the sign of someone who's really runs a lot of Swordless, is being very cognizant of how the wand hitbox works. Question chat, why not get the heart? Well, I guess the better question would be, why would he get the heart? The only reason would be for safety. It's not like we need sword upgrades.
Yeah, they have a potions piece still, I think. Oh gosh. Cron's down there around that bomb hole, man. I got a little triggered there. Jeez.
Yeah, that can go.
Okay. Yeah.
Cron is going to grab that heart for safety, though.
Yeah. And that's exactly what it is. He doesn't have to have it, but, you know, if you've ever watched Lack Attack's world record video, I love that he says in there, you know, that's 2 of those is an extra Patra hit. And that's not nothing. When you're trying to finish the game, that's not nothing.
Yeah, and particularly in this category, we actually tank Patra hits on 9. But Captain Green did skip both of the Gleeok hearts, both in 8 and 4, so that's why he has a couple heart containers fewer. Are they aware of their opponent's process? Well, they are allowed to watch in vanilla, so they may be.
Mine goes over for the bomb. No, I'm sorry. I thought he was getting his count up, but he did actually take a hit. So Captain Green is going to opt to leave the bombs and then go back and get them.
Cron had a nice boomerang glitch there. He killed the Master Guria when all the boomerangs were out, so he got 3 drops that turned into bombs, which is what happens. Unique to the Master Slave Guria room, the little glitch that works out in our favor. Captain Green first out to 2, and we'll be first into 9.
And both of these guys, I mean, these guys are so good.
Yeah.
It's been such a great race.
A great match, all 3 of them. Yeah.
I mean, I want them to try again next weekend. I mean, same guys. Like, I just want to...
We'll get to see one of them in the finals.
That's right.
We're about to find out which.
Captain Green's going to be entering Spectacle Rock level 9 just about the time Cron is walking away from 1 to head that way. Got all the keys they need, more than adequate money. Not much use for arrowing, but you never know. So they've got it. Oh, Cron dodging the knife there. Does a good job. Oh, he's taking lever touches because he doesn't want to change from the whistle.
I guess I mean, he wanted to go from whistle to bomb. I don't think he wanted to pick
Mm-hmm.
something else to push them out of the way, so decided to just tank them.
Right. It costs him 3.5 hearts. Okay, Captain Green gets a really good Patra pattern. Walks right by, swings the rod at the proper time. I was going to go back and hit the old guy in the face so he can get his count up. Doesn't quite get as good a pattern as last run, but still makes
Still a
quick
really
work of that room.
Yeah, really fast room.
I think he's down to, I think that cut his count to 1, so he's going to leave this room with 5. Does a good job. Almost got too close to that Zol. And hit that guy with the rod, and then the beam goes through him and hits the next guy, and you didn't want that for his count. Cron being extra safe in here, his health's a little low. He decides he's going to reload after those red Wizardrobes are gone.
Captain Green takes 3 bops, tanking Patra too.
He still has potion, I believe, so...
Yeah, might want to drink that one of these days. There we go.
He's got it. Yeah, he's going to equip it, and I guess just make sure... Yeah.
Cron got a
with
force
red
bomb off
Wizardrobes
of...
is scary.
Cron gets a force bomb off the second to last blue Wizrobe, so he's leaving here with a 1 count. We'll be able to force more on the Zols easily.
Captain Green tries to concentrate on the blues, but one of them gives him the slip, so actually lost a little time and some health there, but nothing he couldn't handle. And that's the last tough room until Patra. So he's got to slip through this trap room here. Yeah, takes the damage boost. Wisely dodges the red beam. Well done. Ooh, if he'd have taken that red beam, he would have been down to 1 Patra hit. But he didn't. Cron's right behind him, though. I mean, Captain Green can't slip up at all here. He's got a.
I mean, it's Captain Green's
clean fight. Yeah.
Is to kill this Patra and get into Ganon's room, and timing ends when he holds up the Triforce.
It looks like he's got it, guys.
Yep, Captain Green taking Game 3 and the series.
What a run.
And that is a 37-43 from Captain Green. Cron not too far behind him.
Yeah, we leave Cron alone. He'll be out of there probably 39, sub 39. Captain Green taking a death in Ganon's room, but it doesn't matter, folks. He is moving on.
Most people don't do this, but I usually select pause in Ganon's room so Link doesn't die. But most people just let him get killed.
Can't deny fate, John. Like,
yeah. You can reset the console.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can delay it at the very least. All right, Cron getting his validation for Patra. He came this far. Oh man, and what a job he did. So get your GGs out for Cron as well. He's gonna be well inside the 39 mark.
Cron finishing up with a 38-47. Yeah, we got of the 6 runs we just watched, these 2 runners do across 3 races. 5 of them were sub 40, so really, and one of them was like a 40 and change. So really amazing. And we have Captain Green and Cron both with us. GGs to both of you.
Incredible racing, guys.
Yeah, that was really fun to watch.
Thank you. GG Cron.
Hey, GG Captain Green.
Thank you.
So
It's got
yeah,
faster and faster, guys. Like, I mean, you guys were overlapping. We could have substituted your 2 streams for the other for a lot of all 3 of those races. It was just really outstanding to watch how good you guys played.
Thank you.
yeah,
Appreciate it.
yeah.
I was very nervous, but I'm glad I was able to finish the race. Thank you.
Yeah, you finished them off. I mean, the first one run, Kron took a death in 6, which was like the worst thing that happened to either of you. And then Captain Green took a death to Manhandle in the second race, and both clean in the third. So just wonderful to watch. And Captain Green, you will move on to the finals against whoever wins between Antlers and Kingdoll, and you also have a final against Antlers in Second Quest coming up on Tuesday, I think. So you're having a pretty good tournament. Yeah.
Yeah, for these challenge categories, it's going well. The Manhandle Death was game 3, by the way, which is why I was playing so reckless the rest of the way, and it just ended up working out.
Sorry, they ran together.
Yeah, no.
I felt like Manhandle was mean to you guys in several of them, but in more than one of them. But that's usually the case. So Kron.
Sorry,
Kron,
I can English very well. Sorry.
Yeah, no, understand. Domo Arigato, thank you for entering the tournament. It was great to have you.
Yes, thank you for all. Good luck, Captain
right.
Green.
Thank you.
And we will, and we will close it out there. Thanks so much to SpeedGaming for the restream. Thanks to Swordless Twitch Split for joining me here on comms. Thanks to Kron and Captain Green for an incredible series. And I'm John Tabin, and we will have more Battle for Hyrule coming up. I don't think we have anything tomorrow, but we have stuff coming up on Monday, both on Zelda speedruns and on one of the SpeedGaming channels. There will be a 6 p.m. Second Quest race between me and Ugandis on Zelda speedruns, 6 p.m. Eastern, and then at 9 p.m. Eastern on one of the SpeedGaming channels, the 100% No-Up A semifinal between Why Must You Hate Me and Cantaloupe Me coming up Monday. So have a happy holiday weekend, and we will see you soon. Good night.
John, great time, man. Later.